Right. Pardon me. Matthew chapter 6 contains the Lord's Prayer. You know the prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. I'm sure you all have it memorized. But there's verses before and after when we read the Lord's Prayer in Matthew chapter 6. The writer, Matthew, includes a few verses before where Jesus is recorded to say that we are not to pray. And what is prayer? Is talking to God, is communicating with God. We are not to communicate with God as the hypocrites do, who in other cases, we were just reading in Matthew 5, they want to do things such as giving, by the first part of chapter 6, first 4 verses, to give, to be seen by men. And Jesus is saying, no, that's not the way to do it. In fact, they were also using many words, lengthy, long prayers out in public to draw attention to themselves. And Jesus is saying, no, that's not the way we're to pray. We're supposed to go into a closet, as King James would say, into a quiet place. Doesn't necessarily have to be a closet. If that works for you, good. I have never tried going into a actual closet. There's a movie, I believe it's called The War Room. I'm sorry, maybe I got that wrong. There's a movie anyway. She clears out a closet and actually turns that into a prayer closet. But of course, it was bigger than most closets. It wouldn't work for me. For me, it's just sitting at my table. I think prayer can be short prayers, can be long prayers. The important part is the heart attitude. Are you talking to God? Usually when I do my praying, I do it silently. No one really notices. I don't talk out loud. Well, I might, but then people talk out loud all the time, and it's just like they're on their phone or something, right? Anyway, just a few verses in chapter 6 talks about not doing it for attention. But when we pray, we're to approach God as our Father and then ask, thank Him for providing for us. Ask Him for forgiveness, for help to forgive others. And then notice after the Lord's Prayer is ended, lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. Jesus goes on to say, if you do not forgive others, then my Father will not forgive you. So if your heart is not right with God to begin with, the Pharisees thought they were perfect, that they had their own righteousness and that was good enough, and Jesus said, no, that's not going to cut it, boys. So forgiveness of sins is very important. You're not going to forgive if you don't really have a pure heart. So just sharing those thoughts from Matthew chapter 6. Yeah, there's a bit of a different perspective. I was going to try and use the Bible on my desktop, but it was flickering, but never mind that. Anyway, I hope you got something out of this, and if you want more content like this, please let me know, and I will talk to you soon.